We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin with a quick throw out left. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Jones rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st down, Cleveland.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st down, Browns.
What is it?
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the. This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Lewis here on first down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Browns' 45-yard line.
This is Gallman. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Jones on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
After the sack on first down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Peppers. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Lewis. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st down, Cleveland. That's the end of the
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Hunt. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run. Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now Chubb. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Lewis. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off the bootleg, Jones. They'll roll him out right. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Jones now on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. A throw over the middle taken in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Giants.
They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Landry the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, Mayfield. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first and 10, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the Giants' 43-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. And again, it's Mayfield. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down throw for Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Complete to Kareem Hunt. Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Mayfield with it once more. And he completes it to Hunt. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Complete to Kareem Hunt. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and inches.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Play fake. Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taylor Gabriel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
24. Giants 7.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And here's Lewis. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And here's Lewis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And 5 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A big pickup of 38. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. Mayfield on play action. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Mayfield on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Browns 31, Giants 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Lewis. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Browns drive about to get started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Lewis. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Again, it's Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Browns 45, Giants 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here's Lewis. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Blake Martinez.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 26 yards. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Lewis. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Their own 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
They run again with Hunt, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They try again with Lewis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's Gallman. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off the bootleg. Jones. He'll buy some time right. Caught right side. It's Lewis.
And he will have a Giants first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gallman will run it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Lewis here on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
He can run for it, and he will.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll give him a yard on the play. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.